Bacon Dude. Today, we are gonna rank every season of The Office, worst to best, in my opinion. I just finished watching the entire series. I don't know why it took me like 6 months to watch the entire series, which is weird because it should have taken like half that time, maybe less. I just didn't watch it a ton. I watched season 1 and then I stopped watching it for a while and then I got into it and watched it. And I finished it, and I'm gonna rank every season worst to best, and I'm gonna tell you what my favorite episode. I'm gonna tell you why this season is in that place, and I'm gonna tell you my favorite episode from this season that's in that place. So let's get started.
Hey guys, it's Parker from the future, and I just wanted to say thanks for watching this video. I also want to say that this video is actually not new. It's a couple months old. I filmed this a couple months back and intended on uploading it then, but something didn't work. Like I was using iMovie and iMovie wasn't working, and so I kind of just put it off for a while, and I finally decided, you know what, since I got this new editing app, I'm gonna edit it that way, and I did. I improved it. I didn't film anything new. This is all like a couple months old. My opinion still stays the same though on how I would rank these seasons, so just know that this isn't new, and this is me from the future, and I just wanted to say, well, actually, technically not, because that's old, but anyway, yeah, it's a couple months old, but my opinion still stands, and yeah, thanks for watching, and enjoy the ranking.
So the reason why season 8 is in last place is because I just think this is a bad season. Like, at the end of season 7, after Michael left the show, it just kind of all went downhill for me. It was bad, and they tried to make it fresh by introducing new characters like Robert California, who was just weird, and the episodes weren't that great at all. There weren't really any standout episodes. My favorite episode from season 8 was the finale, Free Family Portrait Studio, which was great considering it was from season 8. I like Free Family Portrait Studio because, they finally decide to get serious with this season and make it actually good. But, like I said, season 8 is just bad. I don't really like it. There's not many standout episodes. It's just bad, and I could never find myself rewatching season 8. It's not rewatchable, really, at all. A lot of people say 9 is the worst season, but I actually disagree. I like 9 a little bit. I think it's a little better than 8. That last little part kind of saves it a little. And I think the best episode of season 9 is clearly the finale. It's, it all wraps everything up really nicely, and it's a really good finale. Like those last episodes, like the one before it, AARM, are pretty good, and the ones before it, the last little bit part of it kind of saves it, but the rest of the season is just really weird. It's like if they took a box full of ideas and just used them all. But I think it's a little better than season 8. Season 8's bad, but this is a little good. It's a little good. I'll say that. So season 6 is here because kind of a odd season in a way. It's okay, I guess. It's sort of, I don't know, there aren't very many great episodes. My favorite episode is Delivery, and the second best is, I think, is Niagara. Those are, like, Delivery and Niagara are the two standout great episodes of season 6. For the most part, I just thought season 6 was okay. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't bad. It was just okay. So when I watched season 1 originally, when I first watched it, after I watched season 1, I kind of stopped watching the show for a while because I was like because I watched the pilot and I was like, that's weird. Like, the pilot was just okay. It wasn't that great of an episode. And then I watched Diversity Day and I'm like, that's a huge step up from the pilot, which is, I think Diversity Day is the best episode of season 1. That's my favorite episode. And then, I mean, like, the pilot's like, that's okay. And then there's the other episodes like The Alliance and Basketball, which are pretty good. So season 1 overall, it's a B season. I'm gonna do a ranking of all the episodes since there's only 6, and I already know how I would rank them, so it'd be an easy ranking. So this is where I put season 1, and I'm gonna rank the episodes in a future video. And my favorite episode is Diversity Day. So season 7, I like season 7. It has a lot of great episodes in it. Like, my favorite episode is Goodbye Michael, but it has a lot of other great episodes. Like, there's Classy Christmas, which in my opinion is the best Christmas episode out of any of the Christmas episodes. Then there's some fun ones like Threat Level Midnight, where you got that build up from the season 2 episode, and other good ones. Season 7's a really great season. My only complaint about season 7 is that Michael leaving, like the episode Goodbye Michael, wasn't the finale. It was like a couple episodes before. I think that they should have made Goodbye Michael the finale, and then done that other stuff with D'Angelo about him leaving, and them doing a search committee in early season 8. So maybe season 8 would have been better. Yeah, that's my only complaint, that Goodbye Michael wasn't the finale, which felt really weird, and that they should have done that other stuff in early season 8. But other than that, season 7 is a really solid, good season. Season 5 is a really good season. I like it. Some people don't like it, but I like it. My favorite episode from season 5 is Stress Relief. It's really good. And yes, I say episode and not episodes because I count Stress Relief Part 1 and 2 as one episode. Some of you might not, but that's just the way I count it. But yeah, season 5 has some really good episodes. They introduce Holly, which is a great character for Michael. And I like season 5. It's a pretty good season. If I had any complaints about season 5, I guess it would be that, some of the stuff in season 5 was kind of, I don't know, weird. But not a lot of it. It was just really good. The Michael Scott Paper Company thing was really funny. And yeah, season 5 is pretty good. Season 4 is a pretty good season. It has a lot of good episodes, like when they introduced Under Mifflin Infinity, the launch party episode's pretty good. But my favorite episode for season 4 was the finale, Goodbye Toby. I think they introduced Holly, which is a nice touch, and Dwight jokes that Kevin's retarded, and that's a kind of a funny gag. But and yeah, they got stuff like that. Season 4 was pretty good, and I almost considered putting Launch Party over Goodbye Toby, but then I was like, no. But yeah, season 4 is pretty good. My only complaint is that the whole Andy-Angela thing, where in the finale Andy proposes to Angela, and the whole Andy-Angela thing, that's just kind of weird, and I didn't really buy into that a whole lot. Other than that, season 4 is a pretty good season. Season 3 is a great season. I love it. I love pretty much everything about it. The beginning, where Jim's in Scramford, and we get introduced to Andy and Karen, which are great characters. And I love that first part where we see Jim in Stanford, and then where we see that Stanford has to go to the Scranton branch, and they get to meet Scranton people and everything. And season 3 is a really good start. Like episode 1 of season 3, Gay Witch Hunt, is my favorite episode of season 3. I like it. It's really funny and sort of uncomfortable when Michael kisses Oscar. It's really funny. But yeah, season 3 is a great season. I love it. I love pretty much everything about it, the beginning, middle, and end, all that. It's a really good season, but I like the season in first place more. For me, season 2 is easily the best season. Pretty much, there are literally no bad episodes of this season, except for some people don't like the fight. A lot of people say the fight is the worst episode of season 2. I think it gets a little too much hate, and I don't hate it as much as some other people do. But pretty much, I think that every episode of season 2 is great. My favorite episode is the finale, Casino Night. That's my personal favorite, but there's lots of great episodes. Pretty much every episode in this season is great. You got the Dundies, the injury, sexual harassment, performance review. Those are just to name a few. Like, season 2 is full of some of the best Office episodes ever. It's amazing. I would give it an A+. I love it. Like I said, every episode is great. I think the fight gets a little too much hate. I love season 2. And yeah, there's my Office ranking. The Office is probably my favorite TV show of all time. That's probably to say that I haven't seen some of the other famous TV shows, and that's why I say that, but I think some people would agree with me. But yeah, there's my Office ranking. Hope you liked it. This was opinion-based, so don't get mad at me if you didn't like some of my opinions. And bye.